Now that we have the review, the signature from kernel log, now let's analyze it in more detail from RISC-V point of view. The first signature we will look at is this one. Please look at this. So this information indicates that this exception occurs at this address. So important step to follow is to analyze the instruction at this address. For this, we need to use the dis command with this address to see the assembly instruction at this address. This command is supported by Crash utility. So let's go back to the Crash utility screen. So I will copy this command to paste it. So here we go. So at this address, the assembly instruction you can observe is e-break assembly instruction. E-break. What is e-break assembly instruction? So this assembly instruction is called the breakpoint instruction. So when this instruction executes in the Linux kernel, the trap happen, exception happen in the Linux kernel by moving to the trap handler in Linux kernel. As you know, the name of the trap handler is in Linux kernel is exception, handle exception label. What I mean is that the parent counter will jump to this label. And then inside this, the label, this function, it will read the value from the supervisor course register. So supervisor course registers can be seen here. Value of supervisor course register is 3. 3 means the breakpoint exception. So remember that when running e-break instruction in the Linux kernel, so exception code will be updated to the supervisor course register. That exception code is 3. Please look at this. This is a value of exception code. And then another signature we should observe is this one. This is a value that comes from STVAR register. But as you can see, this signature, this value only contains 0. Because STVAR register, STVAR, this register used to hold the faulty or invalid address. So this CSR register is generally updated when the SW or LW instruction runs. Because SW and LW is one of the most used memory access instruction. Now that we walk through the important signature from RISC-V point of view. And another thing you have to check is the value inside the TP register. So TP register. So TP register or another important signature that has the address for task descriptor. So if you have the opportunity to look at any memory dump, another important signature is the value inside TP register. But in the Linux kernel, the task descriptor address can be stored in this register. For this reason, we can use this kind of command. Struct, task struct with this address. So if we break down this command, so the value inside this address can be typecasted with the structure. So without further ado, so I will use command. Here we go. As you can see, the element inside this, the task struct can be seen like this. So you can see a lot of element inside this structure. So it contains a number of the elements that represent the property of the task that include information about the state of the process, information about the parent and child process. So among them, I like to see the PID information. As for this task, the PID is this one. Okay, I copy. So here I will use another command that is BT with the E option along with the process ID. So if we use this command, the more detailed the information on the register will be printed. So here we go. Please look at this. This information is about the register at the moment of breakpoint exception. I copy this information. But sometimes kernel message sometimes cannot print out those kind of the register information. When the stack is corrupted, this kind of the general purpose register cannot be printed. But in this situation, if you use this sort of the command, you can identify those kind of signature at the moment of the exception. So as you can see, the value inside the signature is almost identical to this signature from the kernel log. Now we got to know that the eBreak assembly instruction calls the exception in Linux kernel. But in Linux kernel, the eBreak instruction can be used in another way. That is, in the user space, the abort function is to call to force the segmentation fault or crash. But in the Linux kernel, bug macro, this is used in the Linux kernel. So this is the code when the software is running in the failure or critical condition. Kernel space. The abort function is used in user space. So we need to analyze this signature from Linux kernel perspective. So we will continue analyze the material content in the next lecture.